Most people know the new Mercedes GLE-Class as the formerly known ML, with Mercedes renaming its SUVs to match their sedans and coupes as the E-Part and the GLE means this SUV will match the performance and luxury features of the E-Class sedan. Now, while this SUV sees a new name, it also sees a very important mid-cycle refresh as the ML was getting pretty dated. The GLE sees Mercedes' new design language inside and out while adding many new features and powertrains too. To finally compete with the BMW X6, the GLE also sees a coupe variant with very exclusive styling and fastback coupe-like design. With this huge update for 2016, let's go ahead and see how this SUV stacks up in the mid-size luxury SUV class. So let's go ahead and check out this 2016 Mercedes GLE 350. Now, styling on the new GLE here is certainly more in line with the rest of the Mercedes lineup, especially with the headlights, and they certainly look like they came straight off of the C-Class sedan. And you still have the big old front emblem in the grille. Overall, it looks pretty good. It's very sporty looking while still being pretty elegant. We also do have these pretty good looking 20-inch 5-spoke wheels here. Overall, not bad of a design, and ours comes in a special exterior color, which I'll go over in just a second. Our model is also has the base powertrain, which is a 3.5 liter V6. It's called the GLE 350. Now, here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. Typical Mercedes key fob, pretty high quality and stylish looking. We've seen this many times here before. You have your lock, unlock to release your power tailgate, and then your panic button too. Now, our GLE here has the special Designio white metallic exterior color with smart key access on all 4 doors. With a 2-toned color combination for the interior. It's the espresso brown as well as the ginger beige MB Tex leatherette. And then you also do have a power driver's seat with power recline and a power adjustable headrest. And then your power lumbar too. Now, stepping on inside of the GLE, here you're greeted with a new fresh cabin design. The biggest changes are certainly the new command interface, the new steering wheel, and some other panels inside of the interior here. But overall, it's very stylish and very high quality looking. Now, you do have push button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 3.5 liter V6. Full leather wrap steering wheel. Now, coming to your transmission, you have a 7-speed automatic. We also do have manual shiftability via the paddle shifters, and in typical Mercedes fashion, you have a column-mounted shifter, and it's pretty easy to operate. You just go up for reverse, down for drive, and push for park on the side right here. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, it displays your rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory, of course. And then you can also change the view of the rear view camera here. And then you can also change the brightness of the rear view camera as well. And like I said, you just go push for park. Easy as that. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights and the hazards too. All windows are fully automatic in the GLE. Let's go ahead and pop up the hood, check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators. And you also do have blind spot detection. And we do have lane keeping assist on this vehicle. "20-inch 5-spoke wheels. Halogen projector beam headlights with LED daytime running lights. LED headlights are also an option. Now under the hood here you have a 3.5 liter V6 that produces 302 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 273 pound-feet of torque at 3,500 RPM. This is also your base powertrain, and it can be had in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and it does run on premium unleaded fuel, with EPA estimates being 18 in the city and 24 on the highway, which is not too bad for how much power this vehicle has. And the acceleration is pretty good with this standard V6 engine here. Now this is the powertrain that you will find in the base GLE 350 model. And then when you step up to the GLE 400, it brings a more powerful turbocharged V6 engine that will produce 329 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque. And both engines are actually paired to a 7-speed automatic. And then you also do have the GLE 63 and GLE 63S models that are the AMG models and use twin turbocharged V8 engines built by AMG. And then also, big news for the GLE model this year is that there is a turbo diesel engine available, as well as a new plug-in hybrid SUV that is called the GLE 550e, using a V6 engine joined to an electric motor. And then Mercedes says a combined 436 horsepower is sent through a 7-speed automatic transmission. Now pricing for the vehicle starts at the GLE 350, which starts at $51,100. The GLE 400 starts at $64,600. And then the AMG GLE 63 starts at $99,950. And competitors for the GLE, you have the vehicles in the midsize luxury SUV class. This includes the likes of the Lexus RX, BMW X5, and the Acura MDX2. EPA estimates, like I said, are 18 city, 24 highway. Total vehicle price is $61,175. And you do have roof rails on the top right there. Coming to the rear, you have LED taillights with LED turn signal indicators. And they too take a lot of styling cues from the E-Class sedan. Rear window wiper with a rear window defroster, dual exhaust tips, and a LED third brake light. All of your basic power necessities, power windows, power mirrors, power door locks are located right there. Memory seat settings for 3 people, and these mirrors also do power fold. Very nice. I love how the doors close with a nice solid thunk too. Now, build quality and materials are excellent inside of the GLE here, of course. Nice soft touch materials up here on the upper door panel, mid door panel, and the armrest. The dashboard is a nice softly padded material as well. I also really do love the two-tone going on inside of this interior, as well as the wood trim too. Looks really nice and elegant inside of here. Now, build quality is also impeccable as well. None of the interior trim or pieces creak a whole lot. Everything fits well together for the most part, and it's just a really nicely done and well finished interior inside of here. Very impressed with the GLE's interior. Now, coming to the steering wheel, love the steering wheel here. It's Mercedes' new steering wheel design language. You'll also find this on the new C-Class as well as the CLS, many other Mercedes in their lineup. Now, I really do love it because it looks high quality looking, it looks unique too. Now, coming to the buttons on the steering wheel here, these buttons right here control your Tft Instrument Cluster in the center right there, which I'll get to in just a second. Right here we also do have your Bluetooth phone controls, your voice recognition, and then your steering wheel mounted audio controls as well. Coming right here we also do have your power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. There's a decent range of adjustment, I have to say. But I also do love the steering wheel rim because it's just the right size. It's not too bulky feeling, nor is it too thin either. It feels just right in my hands. Now coming up here, we do have your auto dimming rear view mirror with garage home link. SOS Safety Connect is right up there too. And then you have your sunglass container that's also lined in felt. Very high quality. And then you have your sunroof. Your sunroof controls. And then you also do have a sliding shade. And you have your map lights right here too. Now coming right here, we also do have dual cup holders. And then I love this wood grain trim as well. And then right here we have your controls for the command interface, which I'll get to in just a second. And then you have your different driver selectable modes right there. Coming to the center console, there's a decent amount of center console storage. This tray is removable. And then you have 2 USB charging ports down there. It's actually kind of deep, I have to say. Very high quality, nice and soft touch too. Now probably only one of the few things that hasn't changed on the new GLE here is the center stack, and it's pretty much the same. It carries over. This is still pretty old school here. The dial, Mercedes has been using that for a really long time now. Time to get rid of that on the GLE. But right here we do have your heated seats, 3-staged for the driver as well as the passenger on that side, and then you have your traction control off button right there. Coming to your AC controls, we do have dual zone automatic climate control, and it's pretty easy to use. I love how simple and clean the layout is, and I love how Mercedes doesn't use touch sensitive buttons here. We do have your temperatures right here for the driver's side, and then the passenger side is right there, and then you click on automatic if you want the automatic mode. And then you have your fan speeds right there, and then your different zones, rear window defroster. Now as far as the seats go in the GLE, the seats are very comfortable, very well supportive, and the side bolstering is excellent. Thigh support is excellent too. Can't complain about the seats here. They're just really great for long road trips. I would certainly take a long road trip in this vehicle. Now as far as visibility goes, visibility isn't too shabby. Now coming to the seats are exquisitely comfortable, and they're nice and soft, and they provide just the right amount of support without feeling too firm. And the side bolsters are excellent. They provide just the right amount of support, as well as the thigh support too is also excellent. And I would certainly take a long road trip in this vehicle. The headrests are also nice and plush as well. Now as far as visibility goes in the GLE, visibility is okay, but you have a really large C-pillar back there, and there's a decent amount of visibility for the front windows, and then the A-pillars are kind of thin. Outward visibility isn't too bad though. Now let's get to the gauges in the GLE here. It's very simple and a clean-cut looking layout, and it's still pretty stylish as well with the Tft Instrument Cluster. Now coming to this gauge over here, we have your speedometer and then your fuel gauge, and then right there you have your tachometer and then your coolant temperature. Now coming to the Tft Instrument Cluster, like I said earlier in the video, it's all controlled by these set of buttons right here, and basically it shows you various amounts of vehicle information. You have a digital speedometer, which is pretty cool. Then you have your trip odometer as well, fuel range, consumption, it gives you a little bar too. Then you have your eco display. And then you have your direction of travel for your navigation, audio. You could change your different audio source, and it shows you what radio station is playing or what song is playing, all that good stuff. Then you have your telephone. If you have a Bluetooth phone connected, it'll show you any incoming calls, or you can call a person from here. Then you have your driver assistance. You can change different settings like your blind spot assist, attention assist, collision prevention assist. turn it on or off if you would like. Pretty cool there. Then you have your service, shows you any messages, tire pressure monitoring, Assist Plus, and then other settings like with the instrument cluster, the lights, vehicle, convenience. Let's go to convenience, like the easy entry and exit if you want that on or off. Pretty cool, many different settings you could change here. Love this little Tft Instrument Cluster. Certainly provides a whole lot of information, and I love the graphics behind it too and the rendering. It's pretty good overall. Now let's get to the command interface here. Now we've seen this new system many times here before, and many of you know that I'm a huge fan of the interface. Now it's controlled by two main objects. You have the dial right here as well as the touchpad, but you also do have little shortcut menus up here on the dash. Like if you want to go to your media but you don't want to do it by the main controls, you could go straight to media. But I really do love the high resolution color display here. It's one of the best in the business. Now many of you know that I'm just a huge fan of the interface. Now coming to the navigation, love the navigation system here. It's like a little Google Earth, which is pretty cool. You also do have live traffic. It also shows you your points of interest. And the rendering and the graphics are just amazing. It's just crisp and very clear. And then you also do have 3D rendering of buildings too. And then at all times your digital clock will show in the upper left hand corner. Now to enter in the destination, you could do it by the address entry, keyword search, from contacts from your points of interest, or using your map, or from your Mercedes-Benz apps, or you could do it by voice too. And then when you come to traffic, shows you your traffic symbol information, messages on your route, if there's like any traffic accidents or anything like that. And then coming to options, you could change your map orientation or your personal points of interest. And then your map content too. Pretty cool. Now coming to radio, your different radio sources include all of the norm, AM, FM, as well as XM satellite radio. We also do have HD radio on this bad boy too. And then you could set your band or your preset, or you could search for a radio station. And then you could change your sound settings of the Harman Kardon sound system, like your balance and your fader, equalizer settings, all that good stuff. Coming to your different media sources, it includes all of the norm. Yeah, your different media sources do include a USB port as well as the iPod integration with the USB, and then your Bluetooth streaming audio, auxiliary input, and then your Wi-Fi too, or your internet radio, which is pretty cool. Coming to telephone, you can hook up your Bluetooth phone, have all of your contacts stored on there. And then have an address book. Then you have your internet that you can access. And then it shows you your Mercedes-Benz apps, the Mercedes-Benz mobile website, your internet favorites too. We also do have a Wi-Fi hotspot system on this car. And then of course you do have Sirius satellite weather too. Now let's get to the new touchpad here. This is what you'll find on all of the new command interfaces. And basically you kind of just swipe like this for what you want. It's pretty easy to use overall, however it can be finicky to use at times. Now you do have a back button right here, and then this button in the center you could access your different media sources, and then right here this is for your favorites. Now let's go to vehicle settings, and right now I'm swiping on the touchpad. Now there's many different settings you could change, from the exterior lighting to the interior lighting, as well as the locator lighting too. You could turn that on or off. Pretty cool there. And then coming to dynamic select, That's where you can view your vehicle data as well as the engine data. On the engine data, it'll show you your horsepower as well as your torque. And then you have your vehicle data right here. Shows you various amounts of vehicle information, and then it also shows you what mode you're in. You have 4 different modes. You have your individual mode, which you can adjust however you would like, and then you could adjust the steering too, which is pretty cool. And then you have your sport mode as well as the comfort mode. Of course, the comfort mode is for normal everyday use, and then your sport mode is if you want to, you know, hit on the gas a little bit, changes the throttle response as well as tightens up the steering. And then you have your slippery mode for any conditions for wet weather or anything like that. Now coming to consumption, you have a full bar graph that you can view of your MPG numbers, which is pretty cool if you want to view how fuel efficient you're being. And then you have your operator's manual too, which is pretty nice. Now coming to system settings, there's many different system settings that you can also change, from the language, display, voice control, text reader speed, touchpad, rear view camera, your Wi-Fi hotspot, all that good stuff. Now let's go ahead and test out the voice recognition. Points of interest.
The line number or the category, please.
1.
Number 1 accepted. Free POI search in California. Please say a search term.
Gas station.
The line number, please.
1.
Number 1 accepted. Do you want to start route guidance?
Yes.
Starting route guidance. The route is being calculated. Please proceed to the highlighted route.
Overall, it does work pretty well. So coming into conclusion here, I really do love the command interface, love the graphics, the rendering, and the high resolution color display. And even though sometimes the touchpad can be finicky to use, it does work pretty well. And overall, I just really think the command interface is one of the best multimedia systems in the business. Now driving the GLE here, the best part about driving this vehicle, this particular one, is certainly its hush and quiet cabin, as well as its smooth and buttery crisp ride here. And it just soaks up road bumps so well with luxury car ease. But that's kind of what you expect out of a Mercedes-Benz, is a comfortable ride quality with a very quiet and hush cabin. Now, if you don't want that in the GLE, you can go to the GLE AMG models, which have a rip-soaring powertrain, and it's not ho-hum as much as this one. But for everyday use, this GLE model here is very nice, and it just provides a very smooth and comfortable ride. The 3.5 liter V6 also provides a lot of power for your daily commute while still being reasonably fuel efficient. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut down the vehicle here. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the SUV. Power tailgate. Now back here you will find a decent amount of cargo space. The rear seats do fold down to maximize the cargo space, 60-40 split. We also do have your Mercedes-Benz A kit and your 12-volt power outlet. Overall, the cargo space is certainly competitive in the class. And then under here you will find a little surprise, a full-size spare tire. Very nice. Now build quality and materials do follow through in the rear in the GLE here. Still very excellent. Now sitting back here in the GLE, it's pretty nice. There's a decent amount of legroom. Then there's lots of headroom in this vehicle. The legroom certainly isn't class leading, but it's okay. We do have dual map pockets, rear air vents, and then a little storage cubby right there too. And then we also do have a rear center armrest with cup holders. And these headrests do adjust, of course. Very nice. Full powered passenger seat with an adjustable headrest and power recline. Glove box compartment, nice and damp, lined with felt too. So with its wide variety of powertrains available, it's very upscale interior with many luxury goodies available, and it's very comfortable cabin and very comfortable ride. The 2016 Mercedes GLE may not stand out in any particular area, but it is certainly a good all-around mid-size luxury SUV. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.